I brought my family on a remote adventure in the Yukon wilderness. We traveled on two of the territory's pristine rivers, venturing in the path of First Nations people, Klondike stampeders, and steam-powered paddle wheelers. We camped out under the stars and rediscovered some of the Yukon's spectacular mountains and valleys. We dealt with rain and cold together. We caught fish.
Honey's got one, reel in.
And saw wildlife, all while the tangible history of the river unfolded in front of us.
We're going to get Wesley.
But it was the time spent on the river as a family that was the most magical. It connected me with a primal emotion and so eloquently preserved a passage of time in our lives that will never be the same again.
You can feel the water.
Well, we just called for emergency assistance. All trips don't have a happy ending.
Well, here we are at Sky High Wilderness Ranch. We are outside of Whitehorse, Yukon, about 25 minutes outside of the city. And we are staying in this awesome log cabin. And this is going to be our home base for several adventures in the territory. First things first, we're jumping off on a 2-week canoe expedition on the Teslin River and Yukon Rivers. And this is going to be an amazing trip. Current should be strong, portaging should be none, and we're going to have hundreds of kilometers of beautiful remote river to travel. When we're on the Yukon, we're going to be checking out some neat historical human history, including old paddle wheelers that are just kind of left in the bush, First Nations history, and just doing some fishing and enjoying the beautiful Yukon wilderness. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to bang off a few different things around town, and tomorrow is the big day where we're jumping off on the canoe trip.
Welcome to Up North Speed Adventures.
That's right, welcome to Up North Adventures. This is an outfitter and Whitehorse Yukon, and this is a jumping off point for all my big trips in the Yukon. They got the transportation here, multiple vans to take you to where you want to go, multiple canoes. They even have a bunch of these 20-footers here, all the gear you need to buy and rent, and just a good knowledge of the routes here in the Yukon and maps for the rivers, a lot of suggestions on what route to take. And they also do guided trips, and they're letting Tori and I install this special seat that we had made for Wesley. Novacraft Canoe Hudson made this to Tori specs, and with any luck, after some running around in town today, we're going to be jumping off on a 12-day canoe trip down the Teslin and Yukon Rivers. High five, honey! Yeah!
Hey Wes, what do you think, buddy?
Canoe trip.
Look at the bridge, we're going under the bridge. This is Johnson's Crossing on the Teslin River.
We got this!
We got this! What's that, honey?
We got this!
Hey, bud. Well, hon, we're on our own. What do you think? You think all our stuff's gonna fit in the canoe?
It has to.
I see black feather does this all the time.
Yeah, I see a lot of people do it.
Ah!
We're on the water.
We're on the water! We did it! Okay, well, we are on the water. We managed to get everything fitting. Wesley was woken up from a nap and he's not too happy about that. Hudson's helping paddling. He's doing a really good job pushing that water. Good job, Huddy. Whole family traveling in a canoe just like they used to do back in the day. So, and Wesley fell asleep. What do you have to say, Huddy?
Megan nut cheese.
Well, the current has picked up. The river has narrowed. We are about 3.5 kilometers from the put-in, and I'm just looking at the map, and the river here veers well away from the road, and we are going to be in the wilderness. This is a remote trip, maybe not as remote as some of my other ones, but extremely far walk through mountain ranges to the closest road. So we've selected a river that's easier because we have the kids with us. And you know, let me tell you, when you have the kids, an easy river doesn't necessarily feel so easy, just because little anxiety, making sure the little ones are safe. And at the end of the day, you need to be self-sufficient out here, because sure, it's an easier river, but don't let that give you a false sense of security. The water's cold. We have little kids. Stuff can happen. So you got to be smart and be prepared. That's one of the reasons why we have so much gear. We have 4 people and a dog. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful stretch here with big trees. Black spruce trees, some aspens, and big clay bluffs, mountains in the background. Pretty awesome. On the gravel bar, eh?
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
You ready, Huddy?
Yeah.
All right, got a fish here. Looks like a pretty good one. Oh, grayling. Look at that. Yeah. First fish of the trip, Arctic grayling, baby. Yeah, it's a good size. We're gonna keep it, okay? If we go like this with our knife.
Don't hold them.
Oh, that's nice, Huddy. We don't try to hurt them. We just quickly have to kill them quickly so that we can eat the meat, but we don't want them to get hurt. Look. See, and then we took all the guts out and the tummy, and now it's ready to fry up. You and Daddy and Mommy can eat that. What do you think?
But don't hold the little head.
Okay. What do you think about that fish, Huddy?
It's good.
Yeah, was that a cool looking fish?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of fish is it?
A good one.
Yeah. Is it an Arctic grayling?
Arctic grayling.
That's right. That's what kind of fish it is. Wow, what a beautiful day. I don't think we can expect to get days this warm moving into the trip, but I'm gonna soak it up. Sweating. Had to pull off my life jacket. I was dumping sweat. There you go. That's all. Done. Wow, look at the mountain. When you see the rod go like that, that means we got one. Okay?
Okay.
So nice.
Did we caught one yet?
Not yet.
Can we catch all of the fish?
Well, you want to catch all the fish? Oh, I like your attitude, bud.
I like your attitude too, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
We are going fishing. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We're fishing. We're going fishing.
We going canoeing. Just kidding.
Now, just give a look. Big salmon. Did I get it that time? Paddle, Daddy. Okay, you paddle on that side. I'll paddle on this side. Ready?
Wesley!
Wake up! Dad, wake up!
I think you're very happy about your new seat.
Dad, wake up! Dad, wake up!
There's no sight. He's standing up. Canoe, man. You're too high up in the air. Well, it is about 5 o'clock. Caught one fish, which was very exciting. Wesley is feeling way better. He just kept falling asleep and then waking up crying. He's really overtired, and finally he fell asleep for a bit, and we basically just woke him up, and now he's just all smiles. He's sitting in his little specially made seat watching the scenery go by. Hudson's clambered up into the bow and is hanging out there with Tori, and he's been just doing so good compared to our trip last year. Like, so much more like engaged and not getting bored. And last year there were some challenges. Just having a bigger canoe also makes everything great. Just kind of, when we got in this, we were a little worried, is there too much weight? But it seems like we got things pretty dialed, and the river is a lot easier than the lower Stikine so far anyways. We're just passing an island here, and not too long ago I saw a salmon, probably 10-15 pound salmon, which was awesome. And we just actually went by an old cabin, and it looked like an old cabin that was falling into the river. But when I took a closer look at it, it looked like an old fish drying shack. So one time, I imagine this was an area where salmon could be netted in pretty large numbers as they go through the shallows and the back eddies. But unfortunately, there's not really many salmon left. You know, a lot of reasons contributing to it, the building of dams and over harvesting. They come all the way up the Yukon River from the Bering Sea, so through Alaska till they get here. So they have a lot of obstructions to get to, and then they run up the tributaries of the Yukon River, such as the Teslin. Anyway, it's just kind of cool to see some of that traditional kind of culture and heritage on the river, a little bit of history, and just sort of neat to just imagine what it would have been like when that was a little bit bigger of an operation. Probably something where a couple families got together in season and netted salmon and hung out and dried them and did a lot of work, but got a lot of food. We're here. Okay, North, go on. Go on. It is real hot out, eh? I'm just gonna leave the gun like this. All you have to do is this. Boom. And take the safety off.
All right, well, we made it to camp. It is very hot out. I feel like it's maybe 27, 28 degrees. But it's a nice spot here. It's one of the high water sites, so it's kind of in the bush, but it's clearly well used. Jim and Hudson are going to get water from the river to rehydrate dinner and to start filtering water with the gravity filter. I am going to start setting up our camp chairs. We got a bunch of new camp chairs from Helinox, including a camp table, which is kind of exciting. I did modify Wesley's chair so that it has a 5-point harness so we don't have to worry about him falling out of the chair.
And that's gonna be mine.
Yeah, buddy.
Right here, bud.
Okay.
Fire right here.
Do you make that?
Woo! That's a chair.
What do you think? Do you like that, Huddy?
Isn't that pretty cool?
Can I eat on that?
You absolutely can.
It's in the mommy's bag. Mommy.
What are you looking for?
This is my tail.
And this is Wesley's chair.
Is it gonna fall out?
Well, hopefully not. All right, well, I'm gonna start rehydrating dinner and then I'll set up the tent. 3, 4, 30. Whoa! Well, anyways, we just need to heat water. Okay, hun.
Yeah.
I want to get a real reaction from you. Do you want to know what's for dinner tonight?
What's for dinner, hon?
Tacos.
Yeah! Amazing.
I don't want the bugs.
Open, so might
What
as
are you
well.
making, Mommy?
I'm making Wesley's dinner. I can pour the hot water into Wesley's.
What you gonna turn it?
All right, here's that far corner. Yeah, it's so huge. I can't even reach the top when it's set up. Okay. This is why I'm like, for base camping, this is great. Here, okay.
Good job. Okay, look at our new tent. If you walk in, look at the size of this thing.
Hi,
I
Dad.
love
Hey,
being able
bud.
to walk into it. Like that.
Yeah. This is a pass-through pocket
Don't
here.
come in my house, Daddy.
You can pass stuff through the tent without having to open the door. Look at the size of the ceiling in here.
Hey. What?
Watch. Can Daddy stand up? Hey, hon. I can stand up in the middle.
It's safe to say we've upgraded. Look at how solid this is.
They got some more juice. Is it?
I mean, Manage the boat log. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This saw is so good. I was just holding the wood on my knee while cutting here and just using my knee for support.
Look at me, I'm cutting.
It's great, Huddy.
And it can turn, now it's gonna turn into something. Yes, it turned into a big soap adventure! No!
No?
And outside the airplane.
Okay, Hud. This is going to be really hot. Pass me your plate, Angel. So this
Hi,
is
Dad.
Huddy's. Can you check Wesley's food there and make sure it's rehydrated fully?
High five, Mommy.
That's a lot of food, babe.
It is a lot of food, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Huddy can eat some too if he wants.
High five,
What, is
Wesley.
this chicken pot pie?
Yeah.
Bam! Yeah!
Yeah.
Let it cool off first. North, out. Oh, this is amazing, Tori. You've really stepped it up a notch.
Mmm. Wow. Those pants worked out great for Wes, eh?
Mm-hmm.
These ones out.
There we go.
It's ready. Mommy, we built it.
Woohoo! Very good job, buddy.
The smoke is going up high. Can I have you have a tree?
My hat turned into a tree.
Is it cats? Can I have you? Can I have you help with me?
Oh, do you want me to give it to you?
Yeah.
Here's
Thanks.
Wesley's.
Mommy, can I have you? It's Bunny.
A bunny!
What?
Wow, that's awesome, bud.
Hello for you.
Thanks, bud.
You.
Sure. Why don't you get your chair, bud?
I want up.
Daddy's cooking. He can't really hold on to you right now, sweetheart. Go grab your chair and put it right next to Daddy. It's over there.
They nice to sit.
Okay.
I throw that in the fire. So why? This fish is so yummy.
Yummy, huh? So peaceful for Hudson to just curl up and lie and fall asleep out by the fire, eh?
I know.
I put my sweater over him. He's on the little ground pad there. Wesley loves the fire, eh?
Wesley loves the fire.
So, today was pretty good in the end, eh?
Yeah, we got on the water at 2
Yeah,
and finished at 6.
yeah.
I saw something on the map that says Riffles.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow? Uh-oh. I am tired. That is it for day one. Turned out to be a great day. A little bit of stress at the put-in, trying to get everything fit into the boat, and Wesley was crying at first, and Hudson didn't want to listen, but as we got onto the water and got into it, we started feeling confident with the amount of weight in our boats. Started seeing the beautiful scenery. It was a great day. Wesley all of a sudden was super happy. We caught a fish and ended up finding a pretty nice campsite. So yeah, and just really enjoyed having a nice meal here and a nice fire and fish fry and just hanging out as a family. So a pretty special day. It feels just amazing to be out here with everybody.